Hinata Hyuga is by far one of the more popular characters within the Naruto franchise, and many people have talked about the idea of her joining Team 7 instead of Sakura. While that scenario is very interesting, I have thought about it and I don't think that scenario really works. But I do believe she could have joined Team 7 at a different point, specifically when Sasuke was gone. I'm Jokage13, and today I'm going to be going over the issue of what would happen if Hinata Hyuga had joined Team 7. Now, in order to explore this scenario, I want to go back to the foundational changes of the series that I will need to make in order for this scenario to work. I'm also going to use this scenario to fix some bits of the lore that I feel Naruto could have done better. This is not me saying I'm a better writer than Kishimoto by any stretch of the imagination, but more so just trying to fit my scenario in a world of Naruto that I can manipulate to my own benefit. So within my version of the story, I'm going to have it that Kaguya does not exist. The only mythical figure that predates the Senju and the Uchiha within my scenario will be the Sage of Six Paths and his two children. The Sage himself is of course the Rinnegan wielder who contained the 10-tailed beast as he was originally, but he's going to be human instead of alien. It's revealed that he saved the world from the 10 tails and then split its chakra into 9 entities as he was originally, and of course these 9 entities are known as the tailed beasts. As for Ashura and Indra, their stories are going to remain the same. It is implied that their lines are always cursed to fight, however, they are never revealed to be reincarnated into any other type of person. Now, it's more so left up to interpretation if they are within my particular scenario. Now, some of you may be wondering why I'm making all of these changes, because it doesn't seem to relate back to Naruto and Hinata. I would argue, though, that it does. Naruto and Hinata really began their dialogue within the Chunin exams, and it all started with Hinata's fight with Neji. Neji said that everything is destined to be a certain way, but Naruto throws that whole narrative on its head and swears that he is going to change the Hyuga clan once he becomes Hokage. And I believe this directly ties him to Hinata because he changes her along with the Hyuga clan. And in order for that to work, he can't be a child of prophecy because it defeats the point that destiny doesn't matter. Another reason why I'm doing this is because within my scenario, Naruto the Last would not have happened. The reason why is because Naruto the Last's only purpose was to make it that Naruto and Hinata could have a genuine bond, but if they already are on the same team, they're going to develop a genuine bond within the series itself, making this movie's purpose non-existent. Because of all of this, I've decided to get rid of the Otsutsuki plan as a whole, because it all ties back to the destiny narrative that Naruto Shippuden started to push as the season goes on. Because I'm getting rid of that whole narrative, it doesn't make sense to keep them within the story because they don't serve a purpose. So within my particular story, the final villain of Naruto will be Madara Uchiha. And in all honesty, I always believed that Madara should have been the final villain of Naruto all along. The series built him up to be the final boss, and having that Kaguya kind of takes his place really took away from his overall presence within the show itself, and I don't believe that's fair to his character. Now, with all the changes I have made, I will also need to make a few changes with the character of Jiraiya, because he's the one who is given the prophecy of the Child of Destiny. So within my scenario, he is never given a prophecy. Instead, the Elder Frog of Mount Myoboku examines Jiraiya during his training with Fu, and after examining Jiraiya, the Elder concludes that Jiraiya has a gift of teaching and writing, and that he believes that Jiraiya will use those gifts to benefit the world. Jiraiya, when he hears this, decides to keep a journal, and he journals all of his adventures during the time of war, and of course this eventually gives him the basis to write the Tales of a Gutsy Ninja. Now from here, Jiraiya's story will pretty much stay the same, except the big difference will be his motivations. He takes in Yahiko, Nagato, and Konan not because he believes any of them to be a child of prophecy, but because he genuinely just wants to help them and make sure that they can protect themselves. And of course he takes Minato under his wings because he sees Minato as this fantastic ninja and wants to train him to be the best he can. And as for Naruto, the reason why he trains Naruto is because he is the son of Minato, and he believes he owes it to his best student to look out for his son. On a personal note, I also believe this serves Jiraiya in a much better way because it gives his character a lot more initiative. He's not doing this because of a prophecy, he's doing it because he just genuinely wants to do the right thing. And I think that's something that better fits a character like Jiraiya. Now, there are only two other changes I really need to make, and they involve the Uchiha tablet and the Black Zetsu. So Black Zetsu is not one of Kaguya's lost children or whatever the heck he was supposed to be within the show. He is simply Madara's will incarnate as he was originally stated to be. And as for the Uchiha tablet was created by Indra, not Black Zetsu, the Sage, or Kaguya, or anything else. With that said, that pretty much finishes up all the changes I have to really make. With all this said, I can finally start the story proper. And everything starts at the Gaara retrieval arc. Team Kakashi is announced to have a new member at the very beginning when Naruto returns to the village. And it is revealed that that member is Hinata. The reason for this is because Team Kurenai had to disband after Kurenai resigned from the Shinobi. Shino and Kiba decided to join Anko's Special Forces team, but Hinata decided to volunteer to fill the missing Team 7 spot until Sasuke had returned. Secretly, she had just done this so she could get closer to Naruto, but of course she keeps that to herself and Naruto is oblivious to this. Now, some of you may be wondering where Sai would be within this scenario, and the truth is he is not going to be on Team 7 at all within this story. And it's not because I think Sai is a bad character. It is that Sai was never a necessary member of Team 7, and outside of the Sasuke retrieval arc within Shippuden, he barely has any influence on the story, so there's not really a point to have him on Team 7 in any meaningful way. However, I do have plans for his character, and they will be revealed in later videos down the road. But for now, the only thing that you need to know is that Sai will never be on Team 7. Now, as I previously stated, all the setup for this scenario stays the same, which means Gaara still is captured by Deidara and Sasori, Kankuro tries to go out to save his brother but fails, and the Sand Village sends word to the Leaf Village for help. Tsunade decides to send out Team Guy and Team Kakashi to help the Sand Village in this time and to retrieve Gaara. Of course, the big difference within this scenario is that Hinata will be there, and she is determined to prove herself to Naruto and to show how much she has grown within this time period. Now, with that said, that's where I'm going to end the video. I will be posting part 2 fairly soon after this, so please hit that like button, hit subscribe, and click the bell icon for notifications. That way you can see when the next video is uploaded. My name is Joe Kage, and thank you very much for watching the video.